Threshold Tactics gives a special thanks to our sponsors.
Hello, welcome to Threshold Tactics, the channel where we record competitive battle reports. My name's Tom.
My name's Nick.
And today we're playing Device. In this mission we start off with 4 objectives in the corner of the battlefield, which will move slowly towards the center while the game progresses. At the start of the second battle round, after determining which player is the active player must remove the 4 starting objectives and set up a new objective at each of the next locations shown on the map. As you will be able to see, we've already put the objective down so that it'd be easier to not remove any models or terrain during the game. At the start of the 4th battle round, after determining which player is the active player, the player must remove the 4 objectives and set up 1 new objective in the location shown in the center of the map. You score 2 victory points if you control at least 1 objective. You score 2 victory points if you control 2 or more objectives. You score 2 victory points if you control more objectives than your opponent. And in battle rounds 4 and 5 only, score 2 victory points if there are no enemy units within 6 inches of the remaining objective. Score 4 victory points if you completed the battle tactic you chose to attempt this turn. At the end of their turn, the underdog can pick 1 objective and inflict D3 mortal damage on each unit contesting that objective. So, Nick, what did you bring today?
Today I'm playing Sylvaneth in the Outcast battle formation. It's a 2-drop list with my General's Regiment with Alariel, Kurnoth Hunters with Great Bows reinforced, and then Kurnoth Hunters with Great Swords reinforced. In my 2nd regiment, I have Belthanos and a unit of Tree Revenants. My manifestations are the Manifestation of the Deepwood, and the spell lore I have is Lore of the Deepwood. I have both named characters, so I don't have any heroic traits or artifacts of power in my list. So, Tom, tell me about your list.
I'm playing something spicy today. I brought the Slaanesh out. I have a 2-drop as well, and I have a Mortal and a Demon regiment. I'm playing the Seeker Cavalcade, which means my 2 units of Slickblade Seekers can now retreat and charge. And for my General's Regiment, I have Glutos, a unit of 20 Blizzbarb Archers, 2 units of 5 Slickblade Seekers, and a unit of 10 Simberish Twin Souls. For my 2nd regiment, I'm playing the Contorted Epitome, a unit of Demonettes, and a reinforced unit of Fiends. The Demonette has the icon of Infinite Access, which means once per game I can add 1 to the attack characteristics of a unit wholly within 12 in any of the combat phases. And for my heroic trait, I have Strongest Alone, which means they add 1 to hit and wound rolls for this unit's attacks while it's more than 6 inches from other friendly units. For my manifestation lore, I brought the Forbidden Power. So with that, Nick, we both had 2 drops, but
yes.
You won the roll off, unfortunately, so you get to decide.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take first turn.
Perfect.
Yeah,
well,
so good luck.
Sylvaneth turn 1.
Yeah. For my honor guard, I'm going to pick this unit of Kurnoths with bows and make them bodyguard.
I'm going to do the same thing, but with my Twin Souls.
Okay.
So Nick, any places of power?
No, I'm out of range, so nothing to activate.
I'll try to do it with my Epitome, because if she gets damaged,
yes,
I can get extra power levels. I get it. And I'm going to make this unit euphoric. I will also make Blizzbarb Archers euphoric.
Then for my battle tactic, I'm going to choose Take the Flanks. Alario is going to give herself +1 to cast. I'm going to attempt to cast the Wildwood, so True Song. That's a 9.
I'll try to unbind. That's not a 9.
And then she's going to try and cast the Vengeful Scorer. Oh,
That.
that's not what you want. Takes
Nice.
2.
Okay.
That's the end of my hero phase. Anything for you to do?
I'm just going to keep my command points.
All right, sure. Then into movement phase. CP to auto-run the Tree Revenants. So that's my movement phase. Anything for you?
Yes, I'm going to spend a command point to redeploy my Seekers.
Yeah.
For 1.
Awesome.
A big ol' 1.
I have no shooting, so then we'll go to charges. I'm not going to charge anything. I assume we're going to...
Yes, I'm going to attempt to counter charge here. That's a 10.
Alrighty.
That should be able to get me in.
Into combat.
Yes.
Tree Revenants do 5 damage to the Seekers. I will spend a CP for all defense.
Slickblade Seekers take out the Tree Revenants.
So, that's my turn. The main driver for me was turn order. So, my issue with this one is that for scoring, I took the first turn basically because I wanted to be able to get some points on the board and then have you go, but then if we go into a roll-off, you're not going to take a double, most likely, so you're going to bring it back to me. I figured flanks might be a safe one, and then if you want to stop it, you're going to spend all of your CP right away, which, you know, it's round 1, so it's not the end of the world, but it's something to consider. I will hold 1, 2, not more, and I will score 4 points.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then we will go into Slaanesh, turn 1.
Yes. Let's go with Glutos using the Place of Power. Of course, he does get the 1.
Well
He
done.
doesn't get it.
D3?
For 1, 5 up, saved.
All right, nice.
I'll give him D3 again for the +1 to cast from the Feign, which is 1. For my battle tactic, I am going to seize the center.
Sure.
My Gludos is going to try and put down the Horrorghast.
Yeah.
An 11. Let's go for Lauchon with the Epitome, which I also get off. I will put down the Soul Screen Bridge. 7. That's my hero phase. Anything you want to do?
No.
Perfect. Then let's go to movement.
All right.
That's my movement phase. Anything for you to do in the movement phase?
No.
So we will go into shooting. Everything's out of range for shooting. Any shooting for you?
No.
Okay. For charging, I don't really see a reason to charge with anything. So any charging for you?
Yes, I am going to spend 2 CP to countercharge with my Kurnoths.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
So then I will use the Depravity dice.
Yep. Oh, no! Yeah. So, for the people who don't know, the Slaanesh got changed, which means that Nick had to roll the dice, and if he rolls a 1 and a 2, he has to replace the result with the 2. So now it's an 8 inches, which is short. And he gets D3 mortal wounds.
Sure do.
Instead of the 12-inch counter charge he was trying to do. So, let's go into combat. All out attack the Fiends. Fiends deal 10 damage to the Awakened Wildwoods. Slickblade Seekers take out the Awakened Wildwoods. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty big turn, actually, in the end.
Yes.
The True Drive Charge gave me the ability to go into the corner over there. Luckily for me, you didn't roll 2 3-ups for the...
Super fun.
Yeah, for the euphoric dice. So new FAQ coming in clutch for me. Got Seize the Center. Already had these 2 objectives, and I was able to grab yours. So I'm having a big 10-point turn.
Yeah.
And I think we have a roll off.
We sure do. That's a 2.
That's a 5.
Your choice.
I'm going to give away the turn here, Nick.
Okay.
So we'll go into Sylvaneth turn 2.
Let's do it. So start the battle round. I'm not in range for the place of power, so anything for you?
Yeah. I'm just going to leave the euphoric here.
My battle tactic, I'm going to choose Slay the Entourage, and I'm going to go for this unit over here. Alariel's going to give herself +1 to cast. Now we're going to start with the Wildwoods. That's no good. Hopefully we've gotten that out of our system. Let's go for the Vengeful Skull Root. 8.
No, you get it.
I'm going to try and cast the Glade Worm. 7.
That's a 10.
Okay. No good. That's the end of my hero phase. Anything for you to do?
Yes, I will spend a command point to rally my Slickblade, get 1 back. I am also going to spend a command point to try and cast the Shards of Valakar with my Contorted Epitome. I do not get. Let's go to movement.
Yeah. I'll spend a CP to auto-run them. That's my movement phase. Anything for you to do?
I'll spend my command point to redeploy the Demonettes.
Sure.
3.
Then shooting. CP for all out attack. The Kurnoths do 8 damage to the Seekers. Alright, that's my shooting. Any shooting for you?
Nope.
Alright, so then we're going to charges. Start with the Kurnoths with the swords. That's a 6. That's all I'm going to do for charges. Any charges for you to do?
I only have 1 command point left.
Sure. So then into combat. DP for all out attack. Kurnoth Hunters lift the Seekers. So that is the turn. I struggled pretty hard figuring out a good battle tactic that wouldn't put me in a really bad position for the next round. This is the best we could come up with, I think, sort of, for Slay the Entourage, a relatively safe one. I do have 1, 2, not more, but my battle tactic, so I will score 8 points. So then we will go into Slaanesh, turn 2.
Yep. We always forget the Battleplan Mortal Wounds.
Yeah.
So Nick chose I like this objective to do D4 mortal wounds to my Blizzbarbs. Gludos heals himself with his Dwarf Call ability. Let's go for a place of power actually still with Gludos as well. Yes, for +1. For my battle tactic, I'm going to go with attack on 2 fronts. I'm going to use the feign to give +1 to run and charge rolls for my fiends. They've taken an extra mortal wound from that. I'll let him put down the shards, I guess. 10.
Try and unbind it.
Yeah. Nope. Okay. Yeah, Nick, I think that's all my casting. Everything else is out of range. Anything for you to do?
No, I'm not going to spend anything.
Movement phase.
Yes.
That's my movement, Nick. Anything you want to do?
Yes, I'm going to spend a CP to redeploy my tree revs. Big ol' 5.
So I'm going to shoot.
CP for all defense.
The Blizzbow archers only deal 2 damage to the criminal with bows. The Horrorghast also deals 2 damage to the criminal hunters. Any shooting for you, good sir?
Nope, I'm out of CP.
Charge phase.
Yes.
Let's see if the fiends can make a charge here.
Alrighty.
That's an 8. That will be all my charges. So your terrain is probably going to hurt me.
I hope so. Yes.
Perfect.
For 2.
Both go through. I think that kills one. Combat.
Yeah.
All out attack. The fiends deal 10 damage to the awakened wildwood. Weird turn. I got a great turn points-wise, but I didn't kill a single model.
Right.
I thought I would be able to get 1 or 2 bows off, but I completely whiffed on the shot, so your saves were pretty good. You managed to take out the 3 revs, redeployed them like 4 or 5 inches, I believe, which means my fiends wouldn't be able to get to them easily. But I still was able to charge onto the objective and grab my battle tactic. So I've got 1, 2, and 3 for more. And my battle tactic, so I do get the full 10 points. So roll off into round 3. That's a 6.
To 2. You have choice.
I'm going to take the turn.
Sure.
Yeah. Start of the turn, I've given the Slick Blade Seekers the euphoric keyword. The feign is going to give Gludos +1 to cast. Gludos gets 3. And I'm also going to activate my place of power, which I get. So he is +2 to cast now. No battle tactic. So that's everything for the start. I will try and give the... they have euphoric, so they have crit 2 hits now, but I can make a crit mortal. So I'm going to try to do that with my spell. 9.
Yeah. Alariel, try to unbind it.
-1. It's 10.
That's nice.
I will try to take off the Soulscream Bridge. I do. I will rally my Blizzbarbs. I rally back 3.
Sure.
I'm going to try and banish your Skull Root, actually. Yes, a 9. That's it for my hero phase. Anything you want to do?
I will spend a CP to rally my Colonel Bows for 4, so they're back to full wounds.
Movement. That's my movement phase.
Yep.
Anything you want to do?
Yes, I'm going to redeploy my tree revs.
Yep.
5.
Shooting?
Sure. CP for all defense.
Blizzbarb archers deal 2 damage to the Colonel Hunters again. Horrorghast deals 1 damage to the Colonel Hunters. Do you want to do any shooting?
No, thank you.
Okay, let's go into charging. Fiends. 9.
Sure.
So that's all my charges, Nick. Any charges for you?
No, I have nothing to countercharge.
Okay, perfect. Then we'll go into combat. Your trees are going to hurt me first, I
They
guess.
sure are. For 2.
1.
CP for all defense.
The fiends deal 4 damage to the tree revenants. And the fiends do 2 damage to the awakened wildwood.
That's all, yeah.
Yep, so I score my hold more. I was hesitant about taking it. I probably could have given it away because I was pretty castled up, but now I'm even castled up more. I wanted to take out the tree revenants because it's cost you a little bit of mobility.
Yeah.
Because then you'd have to take my lands with like one of your big units instead of them. So that's my turn, 6 points, and we're going to go into Sylvaneth, turn 3.
Yeah. For my battle tactic, I'm going to do attack on 2 fronts. Alariel is going to give herself +1 to cast. I am going to try and cast the trees. Goes off on an 11.
Nope.
Alariel is going to try and banish
Shards.
shards. Nope. Her last spell, she is going to try and cast the Skull Root. Goes off on an 10. Okay. That's it. I did 3 things.
I'm going to spend a command point to cast with Blutos. You get +1, 8, 9. But you're -1.
Then we'll go into movement phase. That's going to be my movement phase. Anything for you?
No.
All right, then shooting. The Kurnoths do 10 damage to the Bliss Barbs. Any shooting for you?
Yes. Blitzbarb archers deal 4 damage to the Kurnoth hunters with bows in covering fire.
Charges.
Yes.
I'm going to blow the horn, so he's going to get, they're going to be able to run a charge. So Balthanos, 4.
Yep.
That's enough. Kurnoth, 6. I'll do the Skull Root. 8. Alariel, 3. Impact hits. Alariel will do 3 mortal wounds into here.
Yeah, 3 mortal wounds.
Okay. So you don't have
I
enough
have 1
CP?
command.
Yeah. Any, okay, so then we'll go into combat phase. I'm going to spend a CP for all out attack.
All out defense here.
The Kurnoths do 12 damage to the Seekers.
Demonites deal 5 damage to Belthanos.
Vengeful Skull Root does 2 damage to the Skull Spring Bridge.
Slickblade Seekers deal 1 damage to the Kurnoth with swords.
Balthanos does 5 damage to the Demonites. Alariel lifts the Skull Spring Bridge. That was my turn. A little spicy save rolls there from Tom. He rolled 6 6s and a couple low ones, which kept his Seekers alive.
Yep.
I chose to do the battle tactic for taking 2 objectives, so attack on 2 fronts, because in the next battle round that's going to just go away and become impossible with it moving to the center, and then also setting up for the next turn. But I did score my 10 points, so 1-2 more in my battle tactic, so kind of bringing it back to where I need to be, and yeah, then we'll see what happens.
Roll off.
Yes, sir. That's a 6.
That's a 5.
I'm going to go ahead and give it to you.
Okay.
Yep. So we'll,
Slaanesh, turn 4.
yes.
My battle tactic is going to be take the flanks.
Sure.
I'm going to give them euphoric. No place of power for me.
I do have it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Blutos is going to try and cast Crippling Famishment. 11, but no pluses on this one.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah, of course.
Nope.
I'm going to cast Overwhelming Acquiescence. 8.
Nope.
Okay. I'll try to put down the bridge with the Epitome. 8.
10.
Nice. That stops it.
Yep.
I will rally my Blitzbarbs.
Yep.
1.
Nice.
And that's all for my hero phase. Anything you want to do?
Yes. I'm going to spend a CP to rally my guys over there for 2, so 1 comes
Gets
back.
Movement phase. The Demonites take 2 mortal wounds from retreating. Anything you want to move?
No.
Okay. Then shooting.
CP for all defense.
Blitzbarb archers spike and deal 15 damage to the Kurnoth. Blutos deal 6 damage to Alario. Any shooting for you?
No, no shooting for me.
Okay. Charging.
Sure.
Horrorgast. 3. That doesn't go in.
I'll spend 2 CP for the counter charge.
Yeah.
That's
That's an
enough.
11. That's 6.5. That's all the charging, I guess.
Yeah.
So let's fight.
Yeah.
All of attack.
All of defense.
Seekers deal 4 damage to the Kurnoth with swords.
Kurnoth Hunters lift the Seekers.
Yeah, I planned to do the flanks and just charge the Horrorgast in so you couldn't countercharge, which was a pretty solid plan, but I can't roll a 5-inch charge. So my plan went away.
Yep.
I shot a couple of the guys off, making it 5 instead of a 3, and then I filled it, so my fiends are all the way over there for jack shit.
Yep.
I did manage to be the only one within 6 inches of the center, though, so I'm going to score my 6 points here for more,
Yep.
1 more and having nothing within 6,
Yes.
and we're going to go into Sylvaneth turn 4.
Yeah. Places of power, I'm going to try and activate. Yes. For My battle tactic, I'm going to choose take their land.
Yep.
I'll take the one in the corner. Alariel will choose to heal 2d3 for 3. I'm going to try and cast Metamorphosis with Alariel. Goes off on a 9.
Nope, goes through.
Okay. Metamorphosis does 2 damage. We're going to try and cast Glade Worm. Goes off on a 9.
8.
All right. The Dwellers Below goes off on an 8.
-1, 7. Goes through.
That's 3 more mortal wounds. That's the end of my hero phase. Anything for you?
I'm going to rally my blue dwarves.
Okay.
4. I'm going to crank cast the bridge.
Sure.
7, -1. Yeah, still goes.
Yep.
He'll still stop it. Okay.
Then we'll go into movement. Okay, that's my movement phase. We don't have any CP, so we're just going to play it normal.
Yeah. Back to 2.0.
Exactly. Then shooting. Kurnos do 6 damage to the Twin Souls. Alariel does 0 damage to the Twin Souls. Alright, then we'll go into charges. I'll start with Alariel. That's a 9. Glade Worm's going to try.
Nice.
Belthanos, 3. I'll roll for these Kurnos. It's a 9.
So 4.5.
And then I'll charge these guys in as well. 6. Alariel has impact damage. Alariel does 1 mortal wound to the Twin Souls on impact. So combat. Alariel does 5 damage to the Twin Souls.
Glutos kills Belthanos to the wound.
Glade Worm does 1 damage to the Twin Souls.
Blizzbarb archers deal 3 damage to the Kurnoth with bow.
The Kurnoths do 5 damage to the Blizzbarbs.
Horrorghast deals no damage.
The Kurnoths destroy the shards.
Loudchon deals 2 damage to the Glade Worm. The Lone Twin Soul deals 2 damage to the Glade Worm.
Alright, so that's my turn. I recognize that I wasn't going to get scoring on this round because you turtled it up pretty well. So the objective for this was just get the battle tactic and start chewing away as much as possible and try to make some gaps. I think I did that okay. It's going to cost me, but it was really the only option I had. So yeah, I will just score 4 points for my battle tactic. I'll take their land, and then we got to roll off.
6.
Well, that's going to be good. That's a 2. It's your choice.
I'm taking the turn.
Sure.
Gonna go for take your land on this.
Sure.
I'm gonna make the Fiend's Euphoric. I will give her some wounds for +1 to cast. 3, doesn't matter at this point. I will try and rally the Fiends. Can I get 4? I can. Glutus a spell to have move and charge. 6. Never mind that. Soul Screen Bridge with +1. Nope. Shards. Jeez. Anything you want to do?
Yes. I'm going to spend a CP to rally my Kurnoths.
Nice.
Alrighty, yeah, bring one back. I am going to spend a CP to cast a spell with Alariel. She's also giving herself +1 to cast. I'm going to cast, I think, the Dwellers Below, so the anti-horde spell. Goes off on a 7.
Double 6.
All right.
Nope. Okay, movement.
Yeah.
Any movement you want to do?
I'm not going to do anything, no.
Shooting.
So no shooting?
No shooting? Shooting for you?
No.
Yeah. Okay, charging then.
Sure.
Fiends.
Yeah.
5.
Yep.
Epitome.
Yeah.
10. Demonettes. Double 1. 5 +1 from him. Anything for you to charge. Everything.
Everything's combat. Yeah. No.
So the Fiends are going to see if Alariel fights last. Nope.
I have some impact damage to do to you.
2 mortal wounds.
Yep.
4 aboard. Takes 1. Okay. I will go first with all out attack.
CP for all defense.
Fiends deal 12 damage to Alariel.
Glade Worm finishes off the Twin Souls.
Glutos deals 7 damage to the Kurnoth with bow. Low defense, better.
The Kurnoths lift the contorted epitome.
Blizzbarb archers deal 2 damage to the Kurnoth with bow.
Kurnoths do 3 damage to the Blizzbarbs.
Demonettes deal 1 damage to the Glade Worm. Laukon deals 2 damage to the Glade Worm.
Alariel does 4 damage to the Fiends.
Horrorghast deals no damage again to the Kurnoth.
Strike and fade.
Okay, so end of the turn, I sacrificed the epitome in here so you couldn't countercharge and take away my battle tactic. I was kind of, with the 4 ward, I was kind of hoping I might be survived, but no. I went into Ilario, I was pretty close to killing her.
Yeah.
But not close enough. She had 4 wounds remaining and now she healed. I got hold 1 and more. You're still within 6, so I don't get the bonus 2, but I did get my battle tactic because your outcasts is kind of countered by Glutos' aura of +3 the control scores. So I'm going to score my 8 points, Sylvaneth, turn 5.
For my battle tactic, I'm going to choose Slay the Tyrant. I'm going to go for killing Glutos. I'm going to pick Alariel to heal 2d3 wounds. 5. I'm going to try and cast Metamorphosis from her. That's a 9.
Nope.
Okay, 6 mortal wounds.
6.
I'll try it, the anti-horde one. 10? Okay. The last one, I'm going to banish this thing. Not like that, no. I will spend a CP to rally the Kurnoth. That's the end of my hero phase. Anything for you to do?
Yeah, I have 2 options. I can be boring and just wait until he gets in and then do my all-out defense and be in a 3-up, 5-up. And then see. But the fun thing would be to try and put the bridge down, because then you're going to see Nick like go back in. So I think we're just going to go for that.
Sure.
Yeah, which is, I'm going to say, the wrong decision. Yeah, I should all-out defense 3-up, 5-up, but it's fun. So let's go. Bridge with a 9.
All right. Let's see if I can
Come on,
take
boy!
all the fun away.
You cannot.
All yours.
Okay.
So, movement phase then. Burn dies from retreating. Yeah, shooting. She's been thrown with the wooden hand, so she's not working. All right, let's charge. I'm gonna start with the Kurnoth. So that's super awesome. Alaria, let's get her out of the way, just to make sure. 6. Valvanos.
The big one.
That's not it. Impact hits. No damage on the impact hits. Okay, combat. CP for all out attack. Alariel does 15 damage to Glutos.
Glutos deals 1 damage to the Kurnoth with bow.
Kurnoths do 1 damage to Glutos. So, yeah, we just stopped at that point because that was the only chance for me to actually finish off Glutos and score any points. Sadly, my charge rules weren't high enough to actually get space to get on the objective. The bridge really ruined my day there.
You got close.
I got very close, very close. So I will score 0 points for this round. With that, that's going to bring us to 26 points for me and 40 points for you for a 14-point difference. So, great game. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
All right, Tom, what'd you think of the game?
Started off very slow.
Yeah.
But we made up for that in the last couple of turns. I think this mission is pretty skewed, right? Because 40 to 26 might seem like a big win, but because at the end it goes to the center.
Yeah.
If I can just like hold on for dear life, that's like 10-point swings right there.
Yeah.
The bridge are very good.
Yeah.
I think in hindsight still, if I had Morbid instead of Forbidden Power, I would have still been able to get all my spells up, which would have also been dangerous because the Grave Tide here is equally annoying for your big bases. I'm pretty happy with my list, actually. It has a little bit of everything. It has some tricks, a decent damage output. What about you?
I am also really happy with my list. I'm sure all of the experienced Sylvaneth players are screaming inside for the way that I did it. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've played Sylvaneth, so I think the list is good. I just don't think I'm quite there yet. So mapping out like turn 1, for example, and thinking that through. So I might have over processed what I should be doing instead of just actually seeing the board for what it was. I think positioning is really important for Sylvaneth, so you know to be in the right spot, not just for the combats, but also where you're going to drop your woods for the future turns. That really became a bottleneck for me in the late game because I couldn't really teleport the way I need to. This battle plan is quite difficult for me because I'm not a really get in there and hang out for a while type list. Overall, I'm really happy with the list, and I think the army is super strong, despite what we may have seen or hear.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. If you have liked our content so far, please like and subscribe. It helps us a lot, and we'll see you next time.